Hello, this is Inside the Press Box with Sunil Sunder Raj with Everyday Fan Sports. I'm happy to be speaking with Christian Correa, catcher for the Milwaukee Milkmen in the American Association League. Christian, thank you so much for taking some time out to speak with me today. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, Christian, congrats, this season, the Milwaukee Milkmen, sitting at 43-21, first in the North Division. And for you personally, hitting 284, I think with 9 home runs, 30 RBIs. I think your second season here with Milwaukee. Can you just talk about it? I mean, now having a full season, especially after what happened last year with the COVID-19 pandemic. But again, 58 hits, 26 runs scored, on base percentage of 358, slugging 456, and OPS of 814. I mean, things are really clicking on all cylinders for you this season, Christian.
Yeah. Luckily, of course, like you said last year, I got to play in this league with Milwaukee as well. And the competition, I think last year compared to this year, just set up everyone to have good years. I think that if you're in the league last year, you're going to have a good year this year, because the league last year was, I think, the best it's been, honestly. I don't think we saw a bullpen arm under 96, 95. Like, everyone was no offense to him at all. I think our worst reliever last year is the closer for the Marlins now.
Okay.
so that's how good the league was. But yeah, everything. I worked really hard this offseason. I worked on myself now. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. As far as preparing, for this season, during the off season, as far as your training regimen and just getting ready for the 2021 season. We all know baseball. It's 24/7, 365. You don't have a day off here, even in the off season. Can you just talk about that as well, Christian?
Yeah, of course. So usually, like, my routine, what I do is after the season, I try to take a couple weeks off, give my body a rest. If I get an offer to play winter ball, I consider it, because I just think it's a good opportunity to play winter ball. But for the most part, I train in South Florida because that's where I'm from. My trainer is Adam Boyley with System 8. So I've been training with him for the past 3 or 4 years, and he puts me in great shape. I know he works with a lot of MLB and NFL guys, NBA guys. So, and then luckily I've worked with a couple of hitting guys. I worked with Stock Ramirez in South Florida, and one of our good buddies in Game Day Academy, Michael Dobre. I think that's one of the biggest things for me was I made a lot of strides with him this off season, working on my hitting. And of course, South Florida is everyone knows it's a hotbed for baseball.
Yeah.
So I get the opportunity to train with a lot of big leaguers, hit off a lot of big leaguers, catch them. So it's a good opportunity to get ready for the season. So yeah.
Hey, tell me about last year. The Milkmen won their first, American Association League Championship Series in the win in the series over Sioux Falls. I think I was reading just their second year, I think, as a franchise. I mean, that was special. I know for you, I said, in the rest of the team last year. Can you just talk about that, Christian?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I said, like, the league was tough. The league was very tough. It was not only baseball wise, but with COVID, with everything we had to deal with. And I mean, to overcome that and have a good group of guys, good clubhouse, and to come out with a championship was awesome. I think that was everyone's biggest goal. Like, if we're going to put ourselves at risk like we did, why not go out on top and give it everything we got?
Yeah.
And I think the ownership here is great. Mike Zimmerman, our GM, Dan Kenzie, they're great people. Our manager, Anthony Barone. I think, our whole staff, even from last year to this year. I mean, you can tell it's the same mindset. We're really a loose club. We're always playing music, always joking around, always playing cards, chess, something. Like there's always something going on. Like I don't think you see a time where our team is like, all right, in panic mode. Like we're gonna go in panic mode. Like our team, our players are always relaxed and hanging out and having a good time.
No, that's terrific. Hey, talk about home field. There at Franklin Field, just having that advantage as well, and just the home fans. Just talk about the environment there. Instead at Franklin Field.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing. I mean they do a great job. We get good crowds. I mean the support that we had last year was awesome. The support we're having this year is even better. Now that everything's opening up. So I think that's one of the biggest things for us is we know we're a good team, and the best thing is that we know that people are supporting us and have our back, and they come out to watch us, and that's one of the biggest things for us. I think good home field advantage and away. I mean, I think away we're a very good team as well, but I think the difference for our team is I think we're offensively we're very good this year.
It's great. You're familiar with the American Association League. I was looking, I said your background, second tour of duty, you played with the Kansas City Tbones. I had to ask you about that as well, Christian.
Yeah, Kansas City was, like I said, every experience I've had at Kansas City was awesome. I've luckily been in great positions. The manager there, Joe Capoeira, he's a great guy. I talked to him. Bill Sobey, hitting coach. John West, when we played them, I talked to their staff. I still talk to my host family that I had out there. We actually get to go up there, I think in 2 or 3 weeks. So it's going to be nice going back up there. But same thing with them. They have great stadium. They had great ownership. I know they got new ownership now, but when I was there, great ownership. And I think it was just the winning culture, it's just something that's always been something with my career. I've always been either in the finals, had a chance to get to the finals, or winning it. There's something always. So I think that's just a big factor that I like to bring to the team.
Yeah, so before we came on there, we're reminiscing about the Sussex County Miners and the Can-Am Leagues. I had to ask you about that 2018. I said just an absolutely magical season for the Miners. They're winning the Can-Am League Championship. I mean, I don't think it gets any better. Bottom of the ninth, walk-off 3-run homer from Martin Figueroa there at Skyland Stadium. You had a great season. I mean, I think you hit near 300, 2 home runs, 26 RBIs. Just sum up, what that season meant to you personally, Christian. Yeah,
I mean, I was same thing. I was coming off getting released. I had some bad luck with Colorado. I got Bono, and I lost the whole year. So it was kind of a just situation where they let me go, and I really just wanted to prove myself that I could still play. And luckily, I had a great year. I showed that, and again, it's just I feel like it's just the same thing with every club that I've been around that won. Everyone just enjoys each other's company. Like people want to show up to the field and put in work and come to the field. They don't find reasons to get away from the field. They find reasons to come to the field.
Yeah. Injuries are part of the game. And I know you've dealt with already a significant injury this season as well. And playing the catching position, I mean, you talk about a demanding position, where you really take, it takes a physical toll on you all over your knees, head. I mean, get hit with the foul balls. And then you have to, of course, work with a pitching staff. Can you I wanted to really dive into that as well, like, playing that position, Christian.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a thing. There's a lot of things that people don't realize to play every day. One thing is you got to know pitch one, you got to know what your pitchers' strengths are. That's one, pitcher strengths. And then on top of that, you got to know the lineups and the hitter's weakness and their holes and what you think you can do and stuff like that. And then on top of it, getting your body to feel good, not not okay. At least good.
Yeah.
Okay to go back out there.
Yeah.
Like you were saying with the injuries, I've only had one that was it was in 19 at the end of the year. I fractured my hamate bone,
Okay.
and I had surgery for that. But this year,
Okay.
I had a minor concussion a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Took a foul ball to the face. Same thing that you were saying. It just I feel like it's just part of the job. It's just part of it. You get used to it. But I feel like the biggest thing is just remembering sequences, getting prepared every day.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is getting a routine, so you get used to it and you just know what you have to do. Like just like a normal person would do, get up, get your coffee, shower, do what you have to do, like just like that.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, that as far as your preparation on game day, like, and in addition to that, the technology analytics has really, I mean, it's just been revolutionary, just changed the whole, way, I said, people go about, said playing baseball. I had to ask you about that and watching film. And I mean, you really can break it down to, I said a fine teeth, like, as far as, being able to analyze, again, as you said, strengths, weaknesses of, said opposing, hitters and pitchers, Christian.
Yeah. I mean, that was a big thing last year for us too, because there's a lot of new guys in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Video was a big thing for us last year. We would watch video. I would watch video before every series on the hitters. Scouting reports this year, we go over them. We're our pitching coach, Dan Runsler. He's a great guy as well. He has a lot of experience. And then, we have that. And on top of it, we have an analytics guy here, which helps us a lot. But I think the biggest part is just knowing the hitters. I think that's the biggest part, like with the whole thing, knowing the hitters, knowing what you can do, what you can't do. Just so you put your pitchers in a successful position to succeed.
I wanted to quickly backtrack. You talked about the ownership of Milwaukee, and then wanted to ask you about, manager Anthony Barone, and then also hitting coach, I think, is it Matt Passarelli?
Yeah.
Just, what they bring to the table, like, what are some of the intangibles those guys, like, have really made the difference, said here since, last year? Yeah.
The biggest thing is, with Matt Passarelli, the biggest thing, I think when he was in Sioux City, they had great offensive numbers every year. And I think the biggest thing that he does is he's always available. Like there's not a day that he's like, all right, I won't be here, but he's literally first one at the field. He's like, all right, if you guys need to hit early, I'll be here at this time. I'll be here at this time. Whatever you guys need, whatever you're feeling. He's like, he always has scouting reports on pitchers. Same thing. Like if a guy comes in and like, all right, this guy's 90-92 with a slider, or he's 88 to 90 with a cutter, with a changeup, like stuff like that. So it's just big for, I think it's just big for us that it shows that the kind of work that he puts in, the passion that he puts in, it just translates. It makes everything easier for us.
Yeah. What's so fascinating, Christian, and you alluded to it, that you've played in so many different leagues and states. I'm wondering how those experiences have really shaped you. I mean, it must be wonderful. Like you get to see different parts of the country. It really like stood out to me. I had to ask you about that. I mean, how cool is that? Because not a lot of people get to do that, in their lifetime, but you've been able to do that. I had to ask you about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I guess it's a thing where you could say like, it's a blessing and a curse, because a blessing, I get to travel and, for free, and I get to play baseball. I get to play a kid's game, but I'm also away from family a lot.
That's true.
I mean, it's just, like I said, it's just something I've always done my whole life, and I've always been very passionate with it. I love baseball. And luckily it's taken me places that I can't even, I've been to Lima, Peru. I've been to Canada. I've been to Colombia. I've been to Mexico. I've been to, that's not it. That's just international. Like it's not. So I think I've been basically to almost every state. Almost, I think there's a couple I think I haven't been to for baseball, but other than that, I love to travel. I love to travel. I'm a South Florida guy. I love the beach. I love warm weather, but I love to travel.
Any experiences? I know there are a number of them. There are numerous ones, but some that, that really stand out, you'll carry on forever. Those memories will stick with you. Or is it just every stop is just, has their own unique, experience? I just was curious.
Yeah, every stop has their own unique like little thing. One thing I do always try to do is try to find good food spots, just always like, I know there was I think there was a diner in New Jersey that was really good.
Okay.
Really, really good. And there was a really good deli bakery shop that was by the field.
Okay.
I can't remember the name, but I'll remember. And here in Milwaukee, there's a good breakfast spot right across from the field, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I feel like those are the things that I'll remember more out of everything. Yeah. It's just like going places, sightseeing, stuff like that.
You made a great point about host families, because when I was covering the Can-Am League, I remember how important that is. And it independent baseball, it applies, said to the American Association League as well. I wanted to ask you, because I don't think the host families, they truly, get that recognition or that credit, said in terms of with, hosting the players and, you have everything set up as far as the amenities. Can you just speak to that? Christian?
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I've gotten lucky. I've had great host families. But yeah, they're literally like second families. Like I said, I still talk to the ones from Kansas City that I had. They literally take care of you. They said, whatever you need, you just let us know. And of course you don't want to overstep. You don't want to be because you're someone else's home, but they accept you. They bring you in. They treat you like legit family. And that's the best part. And it's crazy how complete strangers can do that and accept you. And then you get all you have to worry about is just playing baseball. It's basically like you're at home.
It's great. Yeah, just have a couple more left. Ken, thank you for the time, Christian. Wanted to backtrack to college. I know you attended Chipola College and then transferred, I think, out to Nicholls State University. I said you were able to achieve quite a bit, earn a lot of accolades, at both schools. Can you just talk about your time at both of those places?
Yeah. I love Chipola Junior College. Coach Jeff Johnson, he's been there for years. He still is there. He great baseball mind. And then I had a assistant coach that was our catching coach, Coach Hutchinson. He actually passed away I think a year ago from cancer. So he was a big influence as well, because I worked with him every day. He was our catching guy. And I had a great experience. The level of that junior college is absurd. It's crazy, the talent that goes through there. And then at Nicholls State, just being able to play at Division I level and doing well, and just able to have an opportunity after college was huge as well.
Yeah, what's so impressive, Christian, is that I think at Nicholls State University was your durability, and then also your fielding percentage was solid as well. I mean, you said it's not easy again, but you were able to again do that. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think like I said, it was a big part. I actually was. That's when I first met Adam Boyley. I would go home for the winter breaks, and I trained with him. But also we had a great strength coach. It was Greg Casarillo. He's he currently just left, but he was a big part of it. I think it was just a big the strength and conditioning training is literally what I think helped me with the durability and just being able to naturally let my abilities take over.
Yeah. He said, don't want to forget Chipola Junior College, said you were on the Panhandle Conference team as a freshman and sophomore. And you know what? Another thing that I think, again, is not easy to balance out is that you were a terrific, student athlete. I mean, making Dean's List there at Chipola. I mean, can you talk about that as well? Because everybody sometimes tends to forget it's, you have to be a student as well. You got to, make the grades, earn the grades. Can you talk about that also, Christian?
Yeah, that was all my mom. My mom, from growing up, she always said, academics come first.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have a certain amount of grades or I didn't have good enough grades, I wasn't allowed to play baseball. So
Yeah.
I always did that and tried to do that, get good grades. And luckily, I knew if I did my homework well, I could do okay on tests and I would still be
Yeah.
fine. So that's literally what that was just something instilled in me when I was younger, and I've always been a hard worker.
That's fantastic. As you said, you're from South Florida, attended North Broward Prep High School. Can you just another great experience? Said honor roll student, able to earn all county selection. Named by the Sun Sentinel and Miami Herald, and named regional All American by Under Armour. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you definitely. I said again, we're able to rise up the ladder. Just talk about your time there at North Broward Prep.
Yeah, so I live like a couple miles from there still. So same head coaches there, Brian Campbell. They actually won their first state championship this year,
Okay.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome for him. I was so pumped for him because
Yeah.
that was his fourth time going, and every time he's lost in the state semi. So I was super pumped for him for getting that. But I loved it. It was awesome. I got a really good opportunity when I was younger to go to school there. And then I was able to do that, and I was able to go, and I took advantage of it, and I was able to go to a state championship. We had a really good team as well, and I loved it. I still go back. I still work out there in the off season. I do everything I can over there.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I was just wondering, I asked, quite a few players about this. I know it's sort of maybe a long-winded question, but what makes the game of baseball so special to play, Christian, for you?
For me, it was just, I think it was thinking about when I was younger, when I was a 9-year-old kid, 10-year-old kid, and I was watching Ivan Rodriguez on the Marlins.
Okay.
Like that was my thing.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like I want to be that guy. I want to play at that level. Like I want to do whatever it takes to. And then as you get older, you realize like, wow, like I put so much work. I put so much love into this. Like I've had so many loved ones like support me. Like this is the way to like, just keep doing what I'm doing, keep pushing. Like hopefully things will fall into place.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my questions, is that, what players that you look up to and, follow as well. I'm just, another one is that growing up, were there any other sports that you played, Christian, as well?
My first sport was soccer. I was terrible at it. I was really bad. And then I played a little bit of football growing up too, and like 1 or 2 years, and then that was about it.
Okay, great. You talked about family, your mom. I believe I was reading in the notes, you have one sibling, I believe a sister, Vanessa. I think you were that you were born in Long Island, New York. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Christian?
yeah. I was born in Long Island, New York, and then I was raised in South Florida.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, as I said, you talked about your mom, but if you want to just talk about your sister and just extended family, just what they've meant to you in this baseball journey, Christian.
Yeah, they're, like I said, they're my support system. It's awesome. They've been there since day one. They know the hard work I put in. They know the sacrifices that I made. It's a big deal. I mean, obviously to keep playing, like we're not making millions here. Like we're doing it because we love the game. Like that's literally what it is. Yeah. So to have them to support you is a huge deal, and know that you're backed by people and you could just enjoy the game that you're playing.
No, that's true. I want to just quickly ask you, is that I think you probably mentioned this about the physical, and then but the mental part I think is so critical, because a long season, how it can wear on you. It can be taxing. And I need to ask you, just like, how mentally you're able to stay like, sharp and just like focused, during the course of a season, Christian.
Yeah, I think it's just like I said earlier, I think having a good clubhouse, having a
Yeah.
good group of guys. I think always staying even keel, always staying no really ups and downs. It's the same day every day. It's a new day every day. I think people realize that and not getting in their heads too much, just enjoying the moment. I think that's one thing from last year to this year that I noticed a difference, at least with me. Not getting so caught up in numbers, not getting so caught up in that stuff. Just enjoy the day, enjoy the moment, because you don't know when you're going to be your last game or you're going to keep playing. So I just feel like that's one approach that I've taken this year is just think about enjoying every moment, enjoying every pitch.
Yeah, I think that's a big part, like just soaking in all those moments, those experiences, because like a season can fly by. It's hard to believe we're into August almost, and it's just like what another month and change before the season, regular season. Then you get, of course, into postseason, but by the middle of September, you're wrapped up, and that's it, and then it's just another year in the books. Hey, final question for you is that, and I think again you're in a great position to offer this. What is your advice for younger kids? And let's say whether they're in elementary, high school, even in college, just what your advice would be to them. They want to, I said, be in the American Association, playing, say one day for the Milwaukee Milkmen.
Yeah, I think control what you can control. Don't worry about results so much. Don't worry about what the other guy's doing, who's talking to who, what I'm ranked, what I'm like, stuff like that. Just work on yourself being a better baseball player, better teammate, and things will work out. Okay,
Christian, the floor is yours. If there's anything I've left out, you're more than welcome to add.
I think we touched base on about pretty much everything. I think we're good.
Hey, absolutely a true honor and privilege, interviewing you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And again, wishing you continued success with the Milwaukee Milkmen this season in the American Association League.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.